Tonight, far from the battlefield, we usually talk about an island nation that is fighting crisis without a single missile being fired. Welcome to the new frontline of global power politics, Cuba. Let's start with what just changed here. The United States has dramatically escalated pressure on Havana. President Donald Trump has declared an emergency posture and backed it with a powerful economic threat. Any country that supplies oil to Cuba could face massive US tariffs. Pause there. This is not just a sanction. This is a warning to the entire world. Trade with Cuba and risk losing access to the American economy. So, why is oil all of a sudden the weapon of choice? Because oil is not just fuel for Cuba, it is survival. No oil means no electricity, no transport, factories slow down, hospitals struggle, daily life begins to stall. And that is exactly the pressure point Washington appears to be targeting. Here's where the situation turns dramatic. Cuba depends heavily on foreign fuel, specifically from the Allies. But those supply lines, they are now under threat. Shipments are shrinking, reserves are tightening, blackouts are spreading across parts of the island. Imagine entire neighborhoods going dark, turning thin, air conditioning falling silent in the tropical heat. Emergency crisis is not loud, they are brutal. And the message from Washington is blunt. The White House says that these moves are about national security and protecting American interests. But read between the lines now. This is strategic pressure designed to force change without firing a single shot. A modern blockade does not always involve wars. Sometimes it is done with tariffs, trade rules, and financial fear. Now let's step back and look at the bigger chessboard. This is no longer just a US-Cuba standoff. Every oil-producing nation is now facing a difficult calculation. Help Cuba and anger Washington, stay away and watch the island struggle. This is how economic isolation works. Not overnight, but gradually, relentless. Inside Cuba, the muse is defiant but tensed. Leaders are condemning the pressure, calling it aggression, refusing to bow. Yet, the reality is simple. An economy already under strain cannot afford an energy shock. When fuel disappears, everything becomes fragile. But here's the question nobody is asking loud enough. Is this about Cuba alone, or is this a signal to other nations too?